together. I've got a list, but first of all I just get my basic kit together and I'll run through my checklist later. The horses are in. I was actually going to ride, but it's just awful out there. I don't know if you can see through the window. That's where my menage is. I don't mind riding in the rain. I'm not overly partial to riding in the wind, but we have a grass arena and it gets slippery, and it's just not worth it. Garth had an injury almost 3 years ago now, and he had surgery to both his front feet, so we really do try and look after him. At the end of the day, you know, dressage is my hobby. I don't have to do it, and it's not worth putting him at risk. So apologies, not the best view, but you can just see the rain is easing off a little bit, so I'm going to get Garth bathed, and then I'm going to get tack cleaned and get all my other bits and bobs together. So I've got a bucket of shampooy soapy water with a sponge and a brush, a sweat scraper for helping to dry him off, some mane and tail spray for his tail. I don't put any in the mane if I'm plaiting, obviously a hose pipe, and then around, this is the area that I use for bathing. I can tie him up there, there's just a nice space and everything runs down the drain. So towels at the ready in the dry here, on top of the water carrier, which is ready for tomorrow. And then here on the trolley, I've got his travel gear ready for tomorrow. So 2 fleecy rugs, a lighter weight one and a thicker one. You can just see underneath there, the brown one. His travel head collar and lead rope, they're smarter than his everyday ones. Travel boots, tail bandage. And then here ready, I've got ready for after his bath. We've got a fleecy rug and a wool rug. I find them really good for keeping him warm and wicking the moisture, the wetness away, and a surcingle and pad to go on top. So I'm pretty much ready to roll with the bathing, and then I can get him wrapped up. It's middle of the day, so I get that done now. Don't like doing it tail end of the day on a colder day, because then obviously he's got to get through the night. He is clipped, so he'll dry off quite quickly. Wrap him up, and then I'll change his rugs at bedtime when we do hay nets and last checks and poo picks. So yeah, let's crack on. And there he is, all clean, wrapped up and ready to pop in his box. Fish, you're not helping. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Want one of these, Mr. Garthy? You flinging yourself around. Hi. You itchy? So we've got a couple of rugs ready to pop on Garth at bedtime, his white boots ready for tomorrow. They're all settled. Garthy's having a good old itch. Fish is munching. Sonny's munching. The rain has eased off. So it's time for a cup of coffee and then I'll start on the tag. And earlier on I filled plenty of hay nets, so that's less to do tomorrow in the morning. So that is my bridle clean and a clean saddle and girth. So next I'm going to do my riding boots. So we had a great day at the dressage yesterday. The weather was lovely. There's a couple of showers, but it wasn't too bad. Considering that we haven't competed for a couple of months and I've actually been off work sick and did very little for a while. I had to be signed off for a month. I have chronic migraine. It was a lovely day of ribbons, but what's really made my day yesterday was the comments from the judges. So I'll just read the judges' comments. So, a lovely, pleasant horse and rider, really has very nice paces, lacking impulsion at times, purely because he needs to work more forwards into a positive, steady contact. But once you have achieved this, you will greatly improve your scores as the foundations are great. What a lovely comment. What a lovely judge. And there was no surprises. I knew coming out of my first test that he wasn't really going forwards. So all good, no hidden surprises there. And in my second test, some lovely parts to your test. Loses balance slightly at times due to loss of connection from hind leg to hand. A great combination. Look forward to seeing you again. And those are the kind of comments that really, you know, regardless of how you get on, it's positive and it makes you feel like going back. So that's great. A really good day. Garth was a good boy. He was glad to get home. He's get back out with his buddies. And yeah, so good all round day. I have a couple of photographs which I think I'll put at the beginning for you to see. Really only of him when he was ready to go and loaded. I didn't take any footage while I was at the competition. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all again soon.